So
Okay.
how would you say your experience has been with us?
I've had a great experience with you guys. I mean, I definitely recommend you guys. What you guys are doing for the foreign exchange program is just, on point.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. So let me ask you this. So when you first got into it and were, maybe looking at different companies and stuff, what made you choose our company? What made you go with us?
Definitely your customer service, I would say. I mean, I spoke to a couple companies, and you're the only ones that didn't require weekly maintenance fees,
Mhm.
VPS server fees, which was nice. It saves me like $500 a year.
Yep.
A lot of the other companies had, other fees on top of those fees as well, So yeah, that was pretty much a huge thing, and definitely would say the customer service because you guys would quickly respond to my inquiries. I was really happy about that.
Yeah. Awesome. It's good to hear. It's good to hear. So let's get right into it. What returns have you made so far? About how much would you say you've made? So everybody wants to know.
Yeah. Well, the highest I saw was almost 50% in a single month, but on
Jeez.
average, I've seen 7 to 15% which is typical. I started with 15,000 in the account. I've made over 33,000 since then, and now my account is almost $50,000, which I'm really happy to see. I'm definitely just kind of keeping it in there, letting it compound. Like I said, I'm in this for the long run, so it's definitely a nice return to see. Prior to this, I've done a little bit of option trading and stuff like that, and this return has been, has outperformed any other kind of investments I have done. So,
Yeah, so you said your account is almost at 50,000. You started with 15,000 in your account, right?
15,000 US dollars, yep, and then I moved to 50,000. So just in case anyone wants to know what kind of money I'm investing in. So
Right, right. And you started in about mid-September last year, right?
correct, yep. So
Okay. Yeah, that's insane, man. You're almost at 50,000 now, starting at 15. That's crazy.
yeah.
Wow, that's awesome. Well, congrats on that, man. Well, let me ask you this. When during the onboarding part, was it a lot of really technical stuff, maybe difficult to understand, or was it fairly simple? How did that go for you?
No, it was really simple. I did a Zoom call with you guys. You all walked me through it step by step. Helped me set up all the different verification process, stuff like that. It was real easy. So yeah, I definitely would say anyone can pretty much just jump right into that.
Awesome, awesome. Now, so were you skeptical before joining, or how was that for you?
So I wouldn't say skeptical, more so like worried. Because it's a lot of money. I don't have like money just kind of throw around. I told you I've done a
Right,
little bit of investment. Even when I with my 401k, and I see that money go in there and it goes the other way. So
right.
it's like foreign exchange currency. I wasn't really familiar with.
Yeah,
Um, but I was like, okay, I'm willing to try something new because what I'm doing now is not setting me up for the long run, which is what I'm looking for more of a retirement investment fund, and this seems to be working
right.
with.
Yeah. Well, especially, man, if if you've got money just laying around collecting dust, I mean, this could transform if your retirement is your goal, this could transform your retirement.
Yeah,
So I think you're definitely on path to doing that, which
yeah.
is cool, man. So now, since joining, how passive has it been? And you mentioned something about you did some option trading and stuff in the past. How passive has this been for you?
This has definitely been very passive. The only thing I had to do in the beginning was, to contact my broker account and get that set up, put funds in it, and
Right.
then you guys can enter the algorithm, and it's just basically been doing its own thing. Definitely was in the beginning was checking it daily. Kind of
Yeah.
like like any new I guess venture into investments.
Yeah.
You really want to start to see the return on investment of your money quicker, but you have to think, okay, I'm in this for the long run. I know I'm not going to see it right away, but with your algorithm, which is on point, I mean, I started to see returns pretty quickly on that. So I was like, oh, wow, look at this.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was definitely pretty straightforward. So
So
totally,
you'd say 100% passive.
yeah, 100% passive.
That's awesome, man. Yeah. Because that's just what I want people to understand is that, I mean, naturally, like you're saying, in the beginning, you're going to be on it, checking every day. Is this legit? Is it going down? What's happening here? But
Yeah.
I mean, you've been with us since last year. Once you kind of get into it, you're like, okay, I'm seeing the returns. I don't need to be on this 10 times a day. Let it do its thing. It's truly within the automation space. It's the only one that I have found to be really 100% passive, where you don't even need to really be in the chats like that.
Right,
It
exactly.
runs
Yeah.
automatically,
Yeah.
which is great. Now you said you did know about some option stuff. Did you have to learn any forex or any type of trading to be able to do this?
Not at all. On the first call, I didn't wasn't even really sure what Forex was. I mean, I've heard of it, hear it thrown around just like with commodities and stuff like that, but I didn't really understand it. So I kind of, spoke with you guys, your company, and it was just they kind of say, "Oh, this is what it really is. This is kind of how we move the money around and stuff like that." And so yeah, it really opened my eyes and my understanding of how foreign exchange currency, I guess, investments work. So.
Right, right. So I mean, your account has done unbelievable results. Do you think somebody else would be able to get the same or similar results without any real knowledge of the foreign exchange market?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Without a doubt. If you put the funds in there and you will get the same results. I mean, I would definitely say, they'll start to see their money work for them instead of them working for their money, So I definitely would say, yeah, the sooner they can do it, the better off they are.
Yeah, hey, amen to that. That's for sure. So since joining, how has the support been for you?
It's been fantastic. After I sent the payment, I got a call within 40 minutes from Carly. She said if I ever need anything, just go ahead and send out a request to you guys. And I would say that, like I told you earlier, I would say the initial, I guess, setup and steps like that, you guys were very quick to respond to me within, I say, 10 minutes, and I was like blown away, like, wow, this is great customer service,
Yeah.
because you don't get that with other like firms and brokerages and stuff like that, So I definitely say that was great for you guys, definitely, putting my mind at ease is the way to say it.
Right, right. Yeah, it's why that's all. That's a huge compliment for us because that's one of the ways that we try to differentiate ourselves is not only with a phenomenal algorithm, but we want to make that support there for you because
Yeah,
kind of like you were saying earlier, you weren't as you were saying you weren't necessarily skeptical, but just a little nervous, a little jump into something. It's a large amount of money, so we
yeah,
want to be there to comfort you. Hey, we're here, we're responding to you, everything's good. We'll get you onboarded and get you selling.
right, right.
That's definitely good. Now, let me ask you this. How much risk have you seen? How much maybe drawdown have you seen your account experience?
Honestly, I don't know. I just look at the dashboard and it tells me the open trades I'm in, the daily and weekly profit. So, I mean,
Right.
haven't really seen any. Again, like I said, I just kind of let the money do its thing. I know, you have to sit there and sit, take a step back because the way you guys, how your algorithm is so spot on that there's not much involvement for me. I just, I sit there and watch, my money come in. This is the way I say it.
That's cool, man. Just watch it pile up.
Yeah.
Has it been easy for you to take profits or to make a withdrawal?
I haven't done any withdrawals yet, but I believe it's pretty
Okay.
simple. I know I can do it anytime I want, but again, like I said, I'm in this for the long haul. Looking, to probably retire in my 60s, closely and have a nice little retirement nest egg so I can travel and stuff like that. So yeah, so I haven't done any withdrawals yet as far as that goes.
Well, that's hey man, that's perfectly fine. You're like our ideal client because that's what we want. I mean, it doesn't necessarily benefit us if you keep it in or take it out because that's all just your funds and we don't have any profit splits. So that's all for you. But we want our clients to have the best experience. And so as they leave it in, it compounds and it just gets bigger and bigger and bigger. And so
Right.
of course they make more money over time. And we like that for selfish reasons because we would love to get referrals, you
Yeah,
know?
yeah.
And so the better experience you have, the more likely that's going to be. So
Right.
that's awesome. That's awesome. Definitely to hear. So how do you go about keeping updated with your account and seeing progress?
Let's see. All I care about is seeing the numbers go up, and
Right.
the broker has all the live data. So I mean, I just kind of check in occasionally. Like I said in the beginning, it was a little more on a, like, oh, I got a message. What is this? And now I'm kind of like, oh, okay, I'm good. So I'm like, so now it's just, I let it do its thing and let the account, kind of breathe its own life, as we say.
Right. Right. And I kind of you kind of already just answered this, but so you are letting your results compound, or are you planning to take any profits? What does that look like?
Correct. Yeah, I'm sitting at compound. Like I said earlier, I haven't taken any profits out, so I let it compound and just leave it in there alone, let it pile up. So when I hit a nice age and like, oh yeah, I can sit back and relax and travel the world.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. That's a great plan there.
Yeah.
And a lot of people are going to be very curious on this. How long did it take you to get back your initial fee?
For me, it took about 4 months to make back the initial fee. But what I would say to people is it all depends on what the algorithm does once you are in it and the
Mhm.
amount you start with. So, of course, you start with more capital, the returns are bigger and you'll get back the initial fee sooner. Also,
Exactly.
you get lucky and the algorithm could have really big months. You could get back your initial fee in within a couple months. The only thing that matters is that you really can control is simply having your money in the algorithm as soon as possible. And it's just like anything, I mean, like with crypto, the Bitcoin, I mean, imagine, you could be a millionaire, billionaire from that stuff,
Right.
Microsoft stock. And it's
Right.
always the old adage, hindsight's 2020, the sooner you get in, the better you are. So I
Exactly.
mean, it's
No,
always the people at the bottom that get the to see the biggest returns, as we say.
right, right. No, that's a great point. We don't know, we can't necessarily control the algorithm, exactly. We don't know when a huge month is going to come. Like you said, I think you earlier you said you saw 50% was your
Mhm.
the
Single,
large.
but
That's insane results. Like, so we don't know when that's coming. That could be next month, that could be 2 months from now. All we know is kind of like you're saying, the quicker you put your funds in, the higher the chances are that you're going to get one of those huge months,
right,
sooner.
right. Yep, yep,
That's
definitely.
awesome. And 4 months is crazy that you got back your initial fee that fast. That's
Yeah,
awesome.
yeah, no, I was absolutely happy with that. And like I said, I mean, and now I'm looking at 50,000 in my account and just like, if it keeps going this way, I'll be sitting pretty, by the time I'm 60. So I got a handful
Right.
of years left before I go.
Yeah. I think you're going to be able to take some withdrawals before then.
Oh yeah.
We're going to do some
You
travel
know,
before then.
yeah, it's good. It's good to know it's there. I mean, but maybe I won't. I don't know. We'll see.
Right, exactly. Well, hey, man, I don't want to keep you on here too long. I really appreciate it, man. I appreciate all the kind words. That's definitely very huge for us. So thank you so much, man.
All right. Thank you. Have a good day.
Bye,
Take
man.
care. Bye.